I'm Graham Bauer, and this is Reps and Sets. So Reps and Sets is a fitness app for iPhone. We started developing it, myself and my business partner, Martin Algerston, a couple of years ago as a hobby project. And really the reason I brought it to you today is because we've got to a point where we really need to either take it on to the next stage and invest a lot more in it, or let it wither and die. And so I want to do the former rather than the latter, and so I'm really looking to get some input in how we can do that. We started developing the app because I guess myself, I'm a runner and a weightlifter, and I like using Nitty Plus for logging my runs, and I wanted something similar for logging weightlifting workouts. And there really wasn't anything on the market that was like a Nitty Plus for weightlifters, and that's really where Reps and Sets started. So if you look at the home screen of the iPhone app here, is some key stats that are flicking across. It's data mining all the workouts that you've logged to tell you things like what you've worked most and what you've worked least. It's telling me here I need to work on my core more. It's telling me how many days a week I work out, the rep range that I typically work in, and what that implies in terms of my workout goal that I basically want to get hench. So I start a workout here. I can show you how we've solved some of those problems. And so I can pick from pre-programmed programs, workout programs that I've created, or I can browse and select one. I'm going to go for a tricep one here. And basically you get these workout to-do lists, and you can sort of check off things as you've done them. But the challenge here, and I think one of the things that I think we got right with the data model, is if I show you something like rowing, for example, if I go in there, you can see that the pace is per 500 meters, which is quite a specific thing to the Concept 3 rowing machine that all gyms use. So straight away when you've kind of added rowing to a workout, it knows what the variables are for a rowing workout session. And likewise, if I go into something like, say, dumbbell kickbacks here, it knows that you're using an adjustable bench and you're using a dumbbell. So if I go in and configure that, it's starting to present relevant fields to me here, like I can enter what the angle of incline is on the bench. And even we can do nice things like, if I want to adjust the weights, it gives me these visual weight selectors, so I can actually pick a dumbbell from a weight rack. But if I show you something different, for example, if I use an exercise that's maybe using a cable machine, then when I adjust the weights there, then it actually gives me a weight stack just like you might see in a cable machine, and I can move the pin. So some nice kind of visual touches there. And what you've also got is you can see, because I'm using a cable machine, it knows that there are other things I might want to log as well. So I can kind of say what cable attachment that I'm using and things like that. So the database is all designed with all of these details which you don't get in our competitor apps. Then in terms of the future, we're doing a huge project that's taking like forever, and I would like to invest more in this, but is it a good idea? This is what I'm asking you. Migrating the whole data structure away from core data and onto Firebase, so we can have this really nice website. Loads of users have been asking for this, so they can create their programs on the website and then log them on their phone. So the website has been a really big project for us. This will also give us syncing between devices. So we've been looking at an iPad version of Reps and Sets. We don't really envisage that people will take their iPad to the gym for logging, but loads of users have said they want to design the programs on their iPad and then log them on their iPhone.
Right. That's all we have time for, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Can you give a big round of applause for
Have you got something like a lighter touch version? Because personally speaking, I go to the gym 2-3 times a week. I don't really look at my regime too much, but I use Men's Fitness, I think it is, or Health Fitness or something like that. I can just go on, I can immediately see like a specific set of a routine. And like within half an hour, I'm in, I'm out, I don't have to do any thinking. And like that for me is perfect. Have you got an option similar to that on here?
An option where you can...
Well, like for example, where you can do group sets. So you might want to do do your core fitness, and you have 6 different exercises that come through that are all variations. Or you might want to do your abs or biceps, whatever else.
Yeah, so we've at the moment we don't have a lot of pre-programmed programs in there, and I think that's certainly an opportunity for us to put more of that in there.
It's not really a question, it's possibly a suggestion. With regards to sort of monetizing it and commercializing it, Have you considered creating like a white label version of it, essentially, that then you can license to independent gyms, of which there is hordes, loads of, who probably aren't willing to pay tens of thousands to have their own app developed, but you could put their branding on your app, which is very lightly branded anyway, and it would look like their app. And so for 500 or £1,000, they could have your app, essentially.
There's definitely an opportunity there, especially with the big gym chains. The problem for us is that the route that we've gone to date is iOS only. And the reason we did that is so that we can do this really nice, intuitive iOS native feel. And the gym chains are not interested unless it's on at least Android as well. So if we were to go down that route, that presupposes Android support, which is, there's so much on our roadmap that I'm not sure if we should be taking that on as well.
Thank you very much. Can we give a big round of applause to Graham, please? Thank you very much.